Yeah, but since he's the teacher, this will be the one thing I'm asking to do. Whenever he's ready, I'll be ready.
Alrighty, guys. So, first stage, just kind of getting a hand. Can I get everyone holding their hands if you're using gouache today? Okay, and raise your hands if you're using anything else. Okay, what are you guys using today? Watercolors, for your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people with watercolors? Okay. And then, what are we doing?
We're doing a gang sign watercolors.
Yeah, watercolors. Okay. All right. You're doing acrylics? Okay, acrylics. Got to represent acrylics. Okay, cool. I think I'll stick with gouache today, but for those who are using watercolors, you should be just fine today as well. Now, yeah. All right, let's do this. So today we're going to be making our very own color wheel. Now, again, in this class, you can use anything, but I teach with one medium. But I think next semester, I'm going to be guaranteeing that I will be using watercolors. Yes, so next semester will be a watercolor class. Seeing that everyone voted for watercolors at the beginning of this semester, we'll be using watercolors next semester. Okay, we'll take a vote now. We can take a vote now. So for those in favor of working with gouache, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those in favor of working with watercolors, you guys. All right. All right.
Gotta get what they want.
I know.
They will do wash.
Yeah. Well,
Just to make you happy. You said next to me.
I'll do both. I'm gonna do both today.
Okay.
But no matter what you work with, I'll make sure that you're following along. Okay, so let's check out. Oh, screens are not working. Sorry. Today's been so messy. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll be better next week. There we are. Alrighty, cool. And for those new in class, welcome again. I record all the classes here, so if you missed last week, you can watch it on YouTube. You could write it down somewhere. Be creative. But on YouTube, my YouTube is doing art good. Art good. It's just kind of funny. I don't know. I think you'll be able to find it either way. I don't think it's all capital letters. But I don't think it's case sensitive when you search it up. Yep. I'm a very public person, as most artists are. You type in Van Gogh, you learn about all of his secrets. So I'm just like, it's That's kind of, you gotta sign up for that as an artist. Uh, but anyways, okay, so everybody has, again, we have 2 sketchbooks, right? We have our painting sketchbooks where we do all our painting studies. We are real rough with the paper, try things out in your free time as well as in class. This is nice Arches paper. So satisfying. It makes me happy when I use it. If a material makes you happy when you use it, then clap your hands. Yeah, I know. But yeah, if a material makes you happy when you use it, it's a good material. Whether it's something from the trash, plenty of artists work from the trash, or if it's from the dollar store. If it works for you, then sure. But if it's not working for you, consider something a little higher quality or something a little more sturdier, something that can take a beating. That's what the painting paper is all about. Mixed media. This is some off-brand mixed media paper. This one, I can kind of do some quick sketchy studies, doodles, drawing faces, who knows. It's just kind of scratchy. I just write in here, it's just nothing final, nothing to go in a gallery. So that's why I'm going to probably be using this to kind of glue stuff in. We're not really going to use that today, though. So, yep. Today we are going to be using a pencil and a micron pen, or a pen that doesn't smudge, or you could even use colored pencil. But you just need to make sure that once water hits it, it doesn't bleed. Sharpies might bleed. Pentel pens, gel pens, they all bleed. So doesn't matter. I say we're going to be exploring this, and you could try out every single one today. Today is all about exploration, experimentation, and trying things. Show you guys something for the syllabus.
They have it by number. It's by number. What size are you using? Bryce. What
Bryce,
size?
I am using 08. You can, this is micron 08. I find the thicker is better. So if we look on the screen, we have ourselves some color wheels. We're doing a 12-sided color wheel, kind of reminiscent of the colors we're using today. That's basically the colors I asked you to get. The 12 colors. Or you might need to invent a few. That's why we have the visual handout where we can actually see the color and kind of mix it accordingly. And on each side of this color wheel, we can do something creative. Now, advanced students, I would encourage you guys to have each one of these sides be a painting done from a photographic reference or something that aligns to you. So here we have some examples. These look like Buddhist figures or Hindu gods or deities, or I don't know, but it all has to do with somebody's religion. Maybe that's very important to them. Maybe it's something. This person did nothing but flowers or plants, brings them life. My only thing is that we're going to use one of the colors in the color wheel and mix it with every other color in the color wheel. That's basically how a lot of artists will create color palettes for interesting paintings. So they'll be finding something interesting in their life, and they'll use yellow as their base, and then they mix it with every other color. And it creates some really satisfying color palettes. So that's my little thing for you advanced folk if you want to jump right on it. I'm gonna do a little demo though. So let's hop to it. In the syllabus, I have these little homework assignments. If you went to if you actually went to the website, you'd see that. Make sure you mute that. Some people watch the video as it's being recorded. It is live, so you could watch it at this moment if you're ever sick at home or sick of school, whatever. But in one of the homeworks here, I'm sorry, can you please? All right, we're gonna try to hold off on talking until we're done here, okay? Sorry. Okay, so here we go. So if you looked at the homework that we did last week, there's a ton of really fun doodling and noodling is what this artist calls it, where you can play around with patches or maybe concentric lines where you do a random little doodle and then all the lines kind of emanate from those lines. Or maybe you're creating curves, undulating, creates a lot of movement. Dots, just all this fun stuff. So these are kind of like what the homeworks are like. So if you don't know what to draw at home, these are here to help you. Yeah. Or do you? Okay, sorry. Yeah. So these are kind of fun things to do. You could even make checker patterns. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. So what are we doing today? So today we all have this. And our first step is we're going to be getting a new piece of paper and we're going to be transferring this image onto our paper. Now, if you ever wanted to work on something that you think you could never draw, or you just want to make your own coloring book or something, you could print out literally any image at all. Think of the most complicated thing you couldn't draw. Maybe a busy crowd or something with 5-10 people. You could have that printed out, and you're gonna do what I'm doing right now. You're gonna take this, flip it over, and basically cover it with that graphite. I'm gonna do this again for this one actually. It's the same thing. And if you can't quite see what's behind it, that's all right. I just kind of get general areas. And notice how this is the same as charcoal. Charcoal will work the same. I'm using graphite though. This is just the same as a pencil and a number 2 pencil, stuff you'd take tests with. Same thing. And I'm using the side of it. So when I hold it, it's like I'm sprinkling pepper or something. And I'm holding it off to the side. This is a great way to draw really broad shapes in here on the back side. So we can go ahead and get going on that. I would use 2B. If you're using those advanced pencils, anything in the B range, yeah, that's going to be bold. It's going to be easier to see. H's are going to be hard to see.
On this side? Are we doing it on this side, right?
On the other side.
Oh,
on the other side, yeah. So if you see the little painting thing,
I can't see it too.
so I kind of, when I turn it over, I kind of flip it to the other side real quick. And so I kind of know. So and if you can't see it still, I'll show you one more trick. One more trick. There's so many tricks. I'm sure you're gonna come up with something even more creative. But you could potentially just poke a hole in the paper here. And this is actually something that they did in the Renaissance era when they were painting people or something. They would do a drawing of a person and then they would poke holes in like all these little points and basically make a what's it called? A what? Is that the word?
Pouncing is where you take a chart. and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 I don't know the term, but I remembered I watched a video. And I basically connect the dots to each other. Yeah, so you might need to poke a little hole.
We're gonna paint on this regular paper.
No, that's why we're transferring it. That's the important part here. I want you guys to use these skills we're learning here for other projects too at home. You could totally use this process to print out anything you see from the Pinterest or your own Pinterest,
Okay,
your own
So, Bryce, I have
photos.
a question.
Yes.
so why aren't we doing it from this side where we can actually see the lines?
Be-
Is it necessary?
So we're gonna be transferring this. We're drawing. I'll show you.
To a
Just
hard
trust the
paper?
process.
We're gonna transfer this to a hard paper?
Yes, a nice quality painting paper. I'll show you the next step. Just trust. Yeah, trust the process. Yeah, hold it like this, so you have more of the lead showing. Like if I had a lead here, sometimes what I'll do. Where's my little sharpener? Here it is. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll sharpen my pencil like this, where more of my lead is exposed. A lot of artists will do this. So I have a ton of lead exposed here. You see? So I have all that lead exposed from sharpening it. Yeah, and then I can kind of lay it out there. Yeah. A tracing paper works as well. Yeah,
I have a tracing paper.
great. Tracing paper is good because it's like you could trace literally anything from a magazine or something, draw it on, and then do this same thing, and then transfer it onto a nice quality paper. You can paint it. It's a good way to get started if you don't know how to draw. Huh?
I can't see the lines to save my life, but I can draw lines
Uh-huh.
with my ruler, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Wonderful. Good. Look at us. Thinking out of the box. I am all about it. I had one student of mine who poked a hole in the middle and used the entire paper like a contract, like a compass. So they used it and they drew it like that, which works with this. But if you ever want to do anything that's not circular, then you wouldn't be learning this lesson. But yeah, for if you ever wanting to do mathematical shapes, you could use that method. Cool.
Once you get the graphite on there, you put it face down and rub it or something?
So, no, I keep All right, are you guys ready for the next step? I will teach it. All right, guys. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna teach it. So one step at a time. I'll give you guys just a few more minutes.
Side of yours, how much you put on there? Just
That's
enough
more
to-
than enough.
Enough to transfer it, huh?
Yeah, I try to go along with the grain of the line. That way I can just go like this, and that way, see.
Good? Okay. Good idea. Quicker.
Oh yeah, we like quick. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
You need 12 inches.
Are you already transferring it?
Yeah.
Is that painting paper? We're gonna be painting on it.
I don't have the big paper.
The small paper is okay. I'm gonna split. I'm using my small paper and I'm just gonna glue it onto the paper afterwards.
I've done this before.
Cool. Yeah, this is painting paper.
It's gonna be like this. I mean, it's a red light. But I've got a color, so it's not so wet.
That's true. True, yeah, acrylics, you should be okay.
You have to do better. It's fine, this is just a.
That's great.
Work with what I got.
It looks great. Is it purple?
No, yes.
Cool. That works.
Okay. My 5 inches aren't even. This is bigger.
So you can try to poke the holes here so you can connect the lines, so you can see to the other side.
Poke a hole in
Mhm.
every one?
Yeah. And then when you do the lines on the back side, make it really fat, really wide. You can get really messy with it. No, even thicker, yeah. Don't be afraid, even thicker, yeah. It's like a 5-year-old. You know? Yes. We don't need fine lines, don't think no straight lines, it's all just scribbly. Fill it up with graphite. We'll do the fine lines later, so we don't need this. So we just push the holes through the paper. What is this? Someone's on the roof?
Sounds like it.
There. So you can see that. This just sit there. And then when you use a pencil, use the wide so you can hold like this. Look how fat that line is. That's what we're looking for. Real fat line, that's gonna make your life a lot easier.
So we can press it.
Okay. Here, I'll poke all the other holes for you too, so you can see them. And you can just color them in, okay?
Okay, you know what I did is I used to so you can see
No matter where you
To
the point where we can transfer
Yeah,
that.
you are. You
Okay.
are. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys one more time, kind of If you look up here, kind of what that pencil line looks like. It's fat, it's thick, it's messy. We don't want to be precise with it. I did it like a 5-year-old. That's what we're looking for. Just making sure I get to each of the points. And I gave myself a really fat line so that when I transfer it on and flip it over, you know, I'm not. It's almost like I'm what's the word called at the circus where you're like walking on the tightrope. It's like a tightrope walk. The fatter the tightrope, the easier it is. So I made my tightrope real fat. So you don't want to be doing a little tightrope. You want to have this is easy. It's a bridge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move on here. You guys can finish it up. But I'm just going to do half of it. So this is my paper. As you can see, my whole circle does not fit in, but that's okay because I'm going to cut this out later and glue it on to my multimedia paper later, and it should fit there. But I don't need to do that right now. I'm just going to focus on half of my color wheel at this point. So once I have it on there.
I have a question. Why don't you just do it right onto your large piece of paper like this?
Because my large piece of paper does not have great painting. Like I'm going to be painting on it. So this is a painting surface. Yes. Yeah. So this sketchbook is just for drawing and doodling, and we'll be doing that this semester. Yeah, but we want to put it on the quality paper. I'm gonna get my tape. If you need tape, I can help you out. But I'm just gonna kind of tape some of these sides on here. Okay, taped it here. And I'm gonna tape it here. And I'm just gonna do half of it for now. All right. And now it's a good time to use a ruler if you have one. And again, remember this is going to be transferring a pencil line. So it's okay. Here. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw right on top of these lines on the print. I'm using a pencil, but you could use a ballpoint pen, gel pen, it doesn't matter. And I'm just making sure I'm pretty firm with it. It's not a ruler, but it will work as a ruler. That's one way to make a good straight line. Another way to make a good straight line is by just doing it by hand. And I'll show you how to make a good straight line just by hand. The trick is to see what your arm naturally does. And it all comes down to where my elbow's at, and I'm kind of drawing from one side to the other. I don't lock my wrist onto the paper. That's a big no-no. But I just kind of ghost my line, kind of hovering it. What is going on? Ads. That's weird. There we are. So I kind of hover my line and kind of confidently draw it on. There we go. See, it's a pretty solid line there because I'm going the way that my arm is comfortable going. If I was drawing up and down or some other weird direction, my arm doesn't really naturally go that way. So I like to rotate my paper around to where I'm more naturally comfortable drawing that line. There we go. There we go. Doesn't need to be perfect. We're going to be painting on top of it anyways, so. Hello.
So this is our paper. This
Yes.
little thing, and we're doing it on top.
Yep. As you can see, it's transferring it over.
Okay, so once I transfer it onto the paper, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Your back hurts?
He's making carbon paper.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You guys have used carbon paper before. It's basically the same thing. But on the fly, this is helpful. All right. Cool. Now this image is transferred. Kind of clean up some of these lines if I wanted to. Change it up. Peel it off.
Mine's transferring without even touching.
So I think the issue is maybe your lines are too thin on the back side.
I can see it. Can I just go on it or I haven't tried seeing if it goes on yet.
Sure, yeah, you can try it. I'd say make sure to tape it on. Does anyone need tape? I have tape. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on my page, only half of it can fit, so I'll be using 2 pages. One page for one half, the other page for the other half. Yeah, so then I'll just combine them up, cut them out. I had one student who had a sketchbook that opened up like this. I had one student that had a sketchbook that opened up like this. You can see the video. And it looked good. So I was like, all right, well, that looks good to me. Why don't you just leave it like that? You don't need to cut it out, you know? So I don't know, it's more about the practice and the process that you're learning. We're learning a lot here. That I hope these skills, will pop in your head when you're doing some project and you're like, oh, I know this. I know what I should use. Not quite there yet. I know. Some of us are speedy. I know. I'm sorry. Just going the pace. All right, guys. I'm gonna show you the next step here. Yeah. A bit more time. Okay. I'll give you guys 5 minutes.
Yes, please.
All right. I'll play a nice song, and by the time the song is over, we'll move on.
Still darkening my line.
Good. All right, we ready to move on? Okay. So now the fun part is we're going to be doing some drawing on here. Now, advanced students, you can do anything. For example, here I painted a lovely flower. That was, and I used every single color that I used in here had either hints or hello. You can peek, sit down. This chairs. But every single one of these. So this is the purple section, which is correlating to the color wheel that everyone has in the corner. So there's the violet color. Try to copy that color. Do a little swatch there in the top, or you can do it on the bottom. It doesn't matter. And then inside of here, I try to use every color that I had on the rainbow and mixed it with the purple at some point separately. I'll show you how to do that later on, but advanced people know what I'm talking about. So if you wanted to find some nice images you wanted to paint on here, very simple, single flower sort of thing. Could be a eyeball or, I'd just say find a theme and go with it. So advanced option. That's what I would do if I was taking the class. All right, so for everyone else, easy. Let's do something easy. So I got pencil and my micron pen. And I'm going to be starting off real light. I'm going to show you a cool little trick. So I'm going to think of some geometric and organic shapes. This is kind of a good way to think of, there's really two types of shapes in the world. There's geometric and organic. Just based on the name, we can probably imagine what that would mean. Anybody want to try? Geometric shapes. Let's go for it. Triangles, yes. Circles, yes. Squares, yes. Tetrahedrons, all these crazy things. Those are all geometric shapes. Hard angles, mathematically defined shapes. Organic. Anybody? Flowers, yeah. Yeah. Fish, muffins, human beings, us. All these organic shapes are kind of, they can be built with geometric shapes. But organic shapes can also be undefined too. It can be blobs or squiggles or zigzags, where it's just hair, how that flows. Lines can be like that as well. So each of these, I'm going to kind of have two of those different kinds of shapes. Now we're drawing them. I want them to be overlapping each other. I want them to give you some depth. Depth is, everything's got depth. If you look in front of you, you've probably got maybe some paper that's overlapping on top of the table, or your pen on top of the tablecloth, on top of the table, on top of the floor, on top of the ground, on top of the earth, in space. So anyways, there's layers to everything. So I'm going to do that. So I'll start off with some geometric shapes. I'm just going to start off with name a shape. Geometric. Circle, yes. So we'll do circles. I can do some big circles, little circles, small circles. I'm going to have them all overlapping each other. Can you see it? No. And I'm doing it really lightly. Yes, very doodly. Here, just let me do this all the way through, and then I'll take the questions afterwards, okay? All right, so here we got some more circles. And now maybe we'll get some organic shapes in there. Anybody? Organic things, simple things. Flower, apples. Ooh, I like apples, but I'll do some flowers. Maybe I'll do some simple little flowers here. Kind of these.
So you're restricting it to just one of those?
Yes. But notice how it's popping out of that shape there.
Yeah. Okay, but you're concentrating on one specific.
Yes, one at a time. then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pen and I'll draw this line here. And I'm just freehanding it, but you can use a ruler. But notice how I'm using, I rotate the paper to suit that angle that I'm comfortable drawing in, and line, quick, boop, there. It's fine. It'll all be painted on top. I like a wiggly line anyways. Something kind of lifeless about a non-wiggly line. Some people even, maybe I'll even have fun with the line. Intentionally make it zigzaggy. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll add some wiggle to it. Sure. Hey, that's an idea. You could do a whole pizza.
Pepperoni on one.
Yeah.
Olives on another.
See, those are the good themes you could have fun with. And now, as I'm going to be drawing, I'm going to be choosing the first things that are going to be overlapping other things. So I'm going to draw those first, the things that are going to be closest to me. So I really like this flower, and I don't want it to be on top of anything, so I'm going to draw that first. There we go. And I see a little half circle here, but I don't like how it kind of intercepts with that flower, so maybe I'll move it over. See that? I can move things around. I can make things feel nicer.
You said you don't want it to be on top of anything. You don't want anything on top of it.
Yeah, on top of the flower, yeah. That's what I meant. My bad.
I get it.
Yeah. So I can kind of move things around, make things feel better than they were initially drawn, or just keep them the way they are. Nothing set in stone. This is a great process to draw in general. It's drawing with a pencil and then drawing it again with either a pen or something permanent or painting. But it's all about restating. So that as you're drawing, you can restate stuff. So that way, your first drawing can be quick, confident. Confidence makes a good drawing. That's why kids are amazing at it. So if you have that confidence in your initial drawing and it's messy, but you're confident doing it, it's going to come out 100 times better. Because later on, you could slow it down, be a little more precise, and clean up all those 5-year-old things and make some sort of priceless work of art, or at least just have some fun with it. So I'm kind of slowing it down here, kind of being a little more precise. I'm noticing this circle here is kind of touching this flower. I kind of hinted at it earlier, but advanced students want to remind me what that's called? When something's just barely touching and it kind of irritates your eyes? Almost. Starts with a T. Tension? It is tension. But it's also tangents. Tangents. So tangents are what happens when things are just barely touching and it kind of hurts your eyes and it takes all of your attention from the piece. So I try to avoid that. So I see that tangent happening. I can draw that circle again in pencil if I wanted to. And I can draw this circle again over here. Now that's not bugging my eyes. Maybe this circle is kind of bugging me now, so I can kind of redraw that if I wanted to. Maybe a circle feels better there. So I can kind of make changes as I go. See, that's a lot better. And when I'm done, I get my eraser. I got a nice little square eraser. And I can use that big broad side, erase it all away, and messiness be gone. There we go. It's ready for coloring. Any questions? Well, so the next step doesn't quite matter. The colors. In fact, the colors are all going to be wrong and messy, and it might look a little muddy, but we're going to be learning a lot of color combinations. Should I just jump into the painting and just kind of showcase that? Or do we want to just focus on the drawing?
The drawing, yeah. So what are you gonna draw next?
Well, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. This is your drawing.
So you're not creating a theme of flowers and circles?
I'm on a stick.
I could do a theme. Yeah, absolutely. I could continue on with the flowers and shapes, or yeah, leaves, life. I mean,
It's all if you want to stick with the theme.
yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna continue on with the painting here, and then I'll let you guys kind of just go for it, okay? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do this all the way through, and then you guys can just go for it, okay? So I'm gonna get going on painting now. So I'm gonna be. You can use any brush. I would recommend something. Nothing too massive. This has been my favorite brush that I've been using a lot lately. It's a good size because it kind of fits between things. It's really broad, but also I can paint thinly by kind of painting to the side here. Okay. And so I'm going to look on my color wheel here, and I can kind of mark it where it's starting. What color should we do here? Should we do, let's start with yellow. So you can kind of mark that off. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find some yellow, and I'm going to create some space on my color palette. Okay. I'm just going to fly through this. So get
What
to
kind of paint are you using?
this is gouache.
Oh, okay.
First, I can do another one in watercolor.
Okay.
Okay.
So are you gonna use yellow for all of the, to incorporate in all the other?
Yes, yes.
So you're choosing yellow. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yellow is going to be my first pick.
It says every single space, use all the colors.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to. Try your best.
And every space, use all of the colors, all of them.
And you might discover some really beautiful colors that you never used before. It might be a good idea to kind of take a note. Be like, oh, this color plus this color is a very interesting gray. You might use that for another project or another painting. You could just kind of hang this up anywhere and kind of find what works for you. So, all right. So for new artists, here is my paint holder. I filled it up about halfway, like about there. So I want to make sure that it fills up the entire square. So if it's just a little splurt, one little dot, it's not enough. You need to fill it mostly up or more. I wouldn't say, I don't know how to describe that. You can kind of see like how far that pencil line goes. Maybe the thickness of 3/4, 4/4, basically that thickness of what the side of that is. That's where I want to stop the paint.
So more than half.
Yeah, maybe a little more than half. Yeah. And then I have water. hold this up a bit higher. Here. Go. We got my water cup. I have a second water cup here just for today. But one water cup will be enough. You just have to wash it a few times. And then I have my paintbrush and a bunch of paper towels. I'm gonna probably use all of these and more today. So these paper towels, are to help you between colors. So whenever you're changing your colors and you got a bunch of yellow on your brush, you can kind of wipe it down and then wash your brush, rinse it, and then now my brush is really, really wet. I can kind of just tap it, and now it's ready to be used for a new color. So anytime you're changing colors, make sure that water that when you dry your brush is clear. If it's got blue on it, or if it's got yellow on it, or whatever color you're using, you probably need to wash it a bit better. Or you need to wash your paper, you need to change out your water. Your water will get dirty. And when your water gets dirty, your colors are going to get dirty too. So that's why I try to wipe it first and then wash it. All right, so let's start with that yellow first and foremost. So I'm going to get a brighter yellow here. There's a nice bright yellow. And I kind of scoop it out kind of like a shovel. That's a lot. Okay, looks good. And then I'm going to get that picture. You need that reference. So I'm looking at that yellow. I can kind of dot that yellow there. It looks pretty good. So that yellow is ready to go. I don't think I need to mix anything else with it. Okay, so I try to squeeze out as much of that paint out of my brush. Wipe it out a little bit. I can wash my brush if I wanted to. But now I'm going to test out what happens when I mix other colors with this yellow. So I can start off with any color. Maybe I could get some of this magenta kind of color. I put it off to the side, a very small amount, and I slowly add in that yellow. And look at that, it's making it into a wonderful orange. And I can put that down for one of the circles. Now I'm going to try to find a circle that's the furthest back circle. I think it's this big huge this big huge shape here. And if I just get the smallest little corner, it's like dipping my toe in a pool. I can slowly add in more water, maybe a bit more. I slowly add in water because the one thing about gouache is that it will go from 0 to 100 real quick. So you need to kind of be really careful with the amount of water you use. And so I'm just kind of, because there's like different levels to it. There's like kind of the thick and globby consistency there. You can kind of see it. And you have here where it's kind of milky, and that's going to glide really nicely. You can kind of see how that might look there. And that glides really nicely. But if we keep adding more water, this is a lot of water. I really dunked my brush. And there's that 0 to 100 that I was talking about. Now it's basically turned into watercolors. So what that might look like is very similar to watercolors. And this stuff is really, it does some wild stuff. It kind of paints on its own. I showed this last semester, where you can kind of blow on it. It does some really wild things. Or if you turn it, or if you get some different colors going, like the colors will bleed on its own. This is the consistency that if you're using watercolors, that's the consistency you want. So So you need to add a lot of water. And if I get a different color, let's say green, and I could add that little bit of yellow in there, I can kind of let it bleed a bit. You can see it kind of bleeds together. It kind of gives you some of those like soft edges or whatever.
Are you using more, is that an angle brush or is that the round
This is a shader brush, so it's like a square.
square? Oh,
Yeah. I love using square brushes. But see here how I'm mixing on the palette here. So these colors aren't going to be pretty. I know you're going to be tempted, oh, but I want this flower to be pink. Just remember, you want to have that yellow in there. And then notice that when I get that purple in there or something, kind of have it off to the side. It doesn't take much of the secondary color. So this is kind of the base here. This is kind of how you can create a unified color palette. You can use this for any paintings. So if you're doing a painting of, I don't know, goldfish, you know, you could use this kind of color palette kind of to explore everything. I don't know. But everything will feel unified. Everything will feel like it belongs. And this whole color wheel, you can explore how you layer on the paints. You can explore the shapes. You can even explore, like, even if you didn't want to do this whole little layering thing, you know, explore some other ways of painting things on. So, like, let's just say, oh, and I'm going to make sure that I have that big yellow glob in there. I always do it on the outside. But you could do it on the inside as well, over here or something.
So are you gonna do that all the way around the circle, the yellow?
Yeah, with all the other colors. Just kind of following what I have on there. I can get some of the colors even on my palette there. And if you want some sort of transition or something like that, you can get some water. I always like to go along with the change.
What color did you use to make that color?
That green, I did that blue there.
Orange?
I had some blue, so if I got some of that ultramarine blue, probably.
Mixed it with the yellow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it all kind of goes along with each other. See what this brown does with it. And if you notice these colors being too strong, it's just taking over, wash your brush, clean it off. Take just a small little snippet. So that orange, that brown kind of took over there. Okay, this one is kind of wild. I'd rather kind of paint on top of other stuff. Maybe I'll make it dark, add some black to it. See, that black is really strong. If I continue to mix it, it would take over the entire palette. So what do? Wash my brush. Rinse it off. See, nice and clean. Now I can just take a little bit of that black and just slowly mix it in. And you'll be surprised to see that black plus yellow equals a really cool looking olive or mustard or yeah, so it's kind of temperamental, but Now you could, I didn't do this before, but if you had those lines here, you could tape it down. And then, I mean, that's one nice thing about hard lines instead of wiggly lines, but then you could be a little more expressive, kind of have a bit more fun. Or just forget about those edges at all, you know? This isn't like someone's making rules here. There's no rules here.
You're not gonna make those lines darker, the pizza lines.
The black lines?
Yeah, you can ignore those.
No. They're kind of gonna go away with the gouache.
Mhm.
And I'm okay with that. Unless you paint more opaquely. Well, let's do this. The best way to kind of have each of the shapes stand out is by changing the whole color of the shapes. And pay attention to the value, how dark or light each of those shapes are. So this shape here and this shape here, they're not very different. So maybe I'll layer on something more opaque. That's when I'm painting a little thicker. So maybe I'll get a bit of that white. Maybe a bit of this yellow and white. I can kind of see, I could even do patterns if I wanted to. I can do textures inside of each of these shapes. Layering things on. It's kind of cool. It's really peaceful though. It's fun to make color wheels. It's a good way to get to know your material. All right, I think we're good. Any questions? All right, cool. I'll be coming around if you guys want any help. Does anyone need any help one-on-one? First and foremost, just raise your hand. I'll take numbers. Okay.
Any shapes we want.
Yeah. All right. I'll help you
I
out.
do have a question.
Sure.
So I got this set and there's 12 spots.
Mm-hmm.
I took the black and the white out. so
Yeah.
What other color am I, or
You might have
what
to
other
mix
color
those
am I gonna have
colors.
to mix?
You
Oh,
might have to mix those colors. So I would find the closest color to it, and then I would find the second closest color to it. Try to find those in betweens.
do it at the end, huh?
Well, so let's say you didn't have that orangey yellow one, for instance, but you had a red maybe. Yeah. Yeah, yellow ochre. So, but you have that orange, right?
Uh-huh,
And you have that bright yellow.
okay.
So maybe if you found that kind of middle ground. So if I got that bright yellow here,
Create that
start with
one.
a brighter color first. Start with a brighter color first. That's going to be kind of your base. And then if you only had that orange color or whatever, let's just pretend that this is an orangey color. Then you kind of have it off to the side. And then slowly, well, I have a lot on my brush there. I'm going to wipe it away. But I can kind of slowly add it in until I find it happening there. So that was just a little bit of red, but I think you'd probably get closer if you use the bright yellow and the orange.
So we're making a color that's not on here.
Yeah, so sometimes you have to kind of find those colors. So, and you can always test it. You can paint right on top of the paper and like, let's see how close I got. Oh, that's a little closer to orange, so maybe a bit more of that yellow then. But kind of know that those brighter colors will always be a little bit weaker than the darker colors. There we go. How's that look? I can test it. That looks good. See, I just put a little dot right next to it. It's okay to paint on this. Get this messy.
You made a different color, okay.
Yeah, so I just kind of got that bright yellow. Yeah, so I always kind of check it. And I make sure I make a lot of it, big glob of it. And that would probably be over here.
That already looks like one of the colors on the wheel, because there's yellow, orange, and orange.
Right.
So it's already, you're creating that one.
Yes, and you make sure that you make a lot.
Good.
Yeah, because that base, that middle of the flower is gonna be touching with everything. So you get a good amount in the middle. We're gonna be using a lot of paint for this activity. So yeah.
There's an orange red. I get it now. Right, one of the that you don't have.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Oh, there's actually more than two, right?
There might, I don't know. I would double check with all the colors. Some of the colors might need more purple. Some of the colors might need more blue. Just kind of find those in betweens because everything, the whole idea of the color wheel is that between these colors, let's say the yellow and the orange, you can get that yellow orange by mixing those two together.
So we're not even gonna use the brown. It's gonna be.
Well, I do want you to test out the brown and black and white with mixing with them. I know, but just try it out. Just this is the time to see what the colors do, but have everything come from that one base of the color. Even if it's not on the wheel, the black and white, which are values, or the brown, just see what all the colors do that you own.
It's gonna be, for a beginner like me, it's gonna be difficult to just concentrate on creating the colors, the 12 different ones out of the basics.
Yeah, just one at a time.
Yeah.
Just one at a time. Yeah, I would not say start with all of them and end with all of them. I'd say start with the one color, mix a big load of that one color. That's the first step. Second step, get each of those colors and add it to the flower. This is like the center of a flower. And then with the center of the flower, you can get any other colors. Get that bit of brown in there. There's a brown, and I slowly mix in that yellow, and there we go. We got that mixed up color. We got a bit of this magenta now. Let's mix that in. There's another color. And if I want to, I could even add, more and more branches. It's kind of like it kind of looks like a cactus a bit. So maybe I can make another piece of the cactus here with a different color or maybe a bit of white. Now I got a really cool color. Add a bit more yellow in there. Yeah. So start with that one color and then and then just do the branches. That one color, have it up on the top, reference to it. If you ever lose that one color, just make some more. Yeah.
I'm not getting it.
Okay. Okay.
You want to start on the first slice of the pie
Mhm.
is yellow,
Okay.
and then you add other colors to make other colors to be yellow. So is that what you mean?
So pay attention to your palette. So when you have that yellow, you have the yellow right in the center of the flower.
Okay.
Right? Center of a flower. You need to have that center of the flower. And then from each side of the flower, you're going to change your colors up to try all the different color combinations.
So you want this middle thing to be yellow? Is that what you said? Oh, the top part to be yellow.
It's an exploration of what happens when you mix this color with this color.
Okay, but all of the tops will be yellow and
No, it's a color wheel. So this one right here is yellow.
yellow, and then the
And then
next
the next
one will
one?
be green,
Oh,
Yellow, green.
and then you mix it to the other
And
colors.
then the next one would be,
okay.
Plain green.
and then the next one would be blue, green. So you have these colors as kind of the base.
Okay.
It's the main personality.
And then you can just change the drawing inside, or you can keep
Yes.
it the same. You
Yes.
can make the same flowers and circles
Sure.
repeat, or you can do leaves and triangles.
Yes.
Alright,
I encourage you guys to explore, experiment with each and every one of these. Try something out new and different and see what works for you.
So your
Yeah.
yellow that you started with
Yes.
looks more orange, but is it the yellow?
It's probably just the
Okay.
strain, but
Okay.
it looks
it's
different in
yellow.
real life.
Got it.
So, but
Okay,
I was
you used
referring
yellow.
to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of the tops are gonna have
I should be doing it on here first.
the
I
cen-
get it now.
the This is gonna up, so all of the
Just
tops,
jump right in.
Yeah. Just-
all the
Yeah.
tops
Just
are
jump
gonna
right
have
in.
that line.
Just jump right in.
All the tops are gonna have that line.
For this one, for
Then
this
we'll
project,
turn it over.
because we're gonna be doing every single one. So the
Is this
first
too
one,
big? Because I didn't have anything smaller in this set.
something like this, maybe. This might be good.
Okay. Something like that. Oh, that's way too big then. Okay, these are the good ones, these are the crummy
Oh,
ones.
here. Oh, yeah, these are good ones.
Right. So these are some other ones. Okay,
There we go. Something like this.
okay, thank you. Yeah, your flat one is tiny, but
Yeah,
on
mine,
the screen I
you can
couldn't tell.
see, but like the thing with these points is that you can use the whole side of it, right? So when you kind of push it down,
That'll work.
it gets fatter.
I'll just do that one. Yeah, I got these at Daiso and they
Shed?
they shed.
Try it. Throw them away.
Yeah.
Which one is
Don't even have
He
them
said
out.
this one.
They belong in the trash.
Yeah,
If
I
they
know,
shed like that,
they were bad.
that's my only rule. Like I don't care what brush I use, as long as the things don't shed, I'll use it.
So you're gonna have that green all the way around it where the color is, your palette color is.
Yes, so I got yellow here. What's the next color here? I got some green yellow next. So I can kind of clear up a space here, make some of that green yellow. It looks like this was green yellow, I think. So I'd start off with that. I don't have, yeah, just jump right in.
And you can change the object, okay.
So there's that green yellow.
Now you're gonna make that, so all of them are gonna have that center, that double center.
Here we go. Here's that green yellow. And then the next one would be green. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna blast some music and yeah, I'll come around, see how y'all doing. And I think the rest of the class just kind of have some fun. If you get tired of this, stop. Stop drawing this. This whole class, you're free to work on whatever you want. So, yeah. So if you want to work on another project, you can. We got 2 more classes after this. Also, something coming up. We're actually gonna have my boss come in. Uh-oh. In 2 weeks.
We're gonna be really bad.
Within the next 2 weeks. So we'll have some fun little discussions and fun things we'll be doing in class alongside with working on this
Like a
project.
A master teacher reviewing.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
She's the
it.
yeah she's the admin lady.
Hated those reviews.
Yeah, so she's gonna be coming in class. So yeah,
Is she gonna visit
Behave.
all your classes or just this one?
just this one. Yeah, it's like once
Oh,
every
we're
3 years.
special, huh?
Yeah, she comes to one of my classes. So
Do we
we'll
have enough people in this class?
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
you have sign up sheets for your next part of the semester, because every time I registered for both classes, you only put me in this class and still have to re-register
Really?
for the second part.
Oh gosh, that's really annoying. Yeah, I think I feel like they know about it. Because I've messaged them about it before. So and yeah, there's like one class that's like on the verge of being canceled halfway through. And then like some of my students have said like they tried registering and then it says the class doesn't exist, and so But they haven't canceled the class. I don't know.
They usually have both classes and catalog and sign up for both.
Yeah.
Give me one.
Oh, and also new artists, by the way. If you're using gouache for the first time, gouache does dry out pretty regularly. So that's why I encourage you to get a little spritzer for water. It can be an old perfume bottle or a travel sprayer. But basically you just kind of spritz it anytime you see it kind of drying, and just kind of keep it moist. And it should stay wet forever. Okay, sorry. Continue.
You were just spraying it on the lid, does that? keep-
No, I was doing it on the paints themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of like go over it. Make it green.
Okay, guys. So I wanted to show you something real quick about mixing colors. Pretty simple. So we have our color wheel here. And if we're trying to find a color from the color wheel and we don't have it, maybe you're trying to find a violet. So let's just try to find this specific violet. Here, I'm gonna get a bigger color wheel. Okay. Here's a big color wheel. So I want to try to find this particular violet. And let's just say I only had a few reds, a few yellows, and a few blues with a white. With those 3 colors, or I guess 6 colors, you can do basically anything. Let's see here. And I'm just gonna go just throw down some quick shapes here. And again, I'm drawing all the way through the shapes. I'm just gonna do some circles and I'm gonna draw it. Notice I did the whole circles. Bam. Line on the outside, line on the outside. Shape here, shape here, shape here, shape here, outside, shape here. Okay, cool. Cool, so I got my shapes, and if I need to make that purple, let's just, and I just finished doing a color, I'm gonna make sure I get a bit of water, my paper towel, I'm gonna clean off what I was working on before. I had a bit of yellow and orange and pink in there, get it a little wet. With acrylics, this won't happen. With acrylics, you kind of have to get a new palette, or if it does wipe off, then it's probably still wet, so it'll be okay. But acrylics do dry. There we go. Cool. There. So now I have a nice space for the start of my color palette flower. And get my brush here. Make sure it's nice and clean. Tap, 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 tap. Rinse it off. Second cup. Dry it off. Paper towel. So now I need to find a purple using just blues and reds. So let's just say we had these 2 reds to choose from. This red is different from this red. Right? How would we describe each red? So there's this one here. And then we have the other red here. Why would they be different? Yeah. Which one's warmer? It's orangey. You're right. You can just compare them. It's just about relationships. So one is going to be warmer, which means it's going to have a little bit of that yellow to it, or a little bit of an orange kind of color. And so if we look at the color wheel here, we have a few kind of reds here that are kind of leaning towards different colors. There's like this violet one where this is like a very cool looking red, right? And then there's this hot looking red, orange, red. It's kind of like these colors here. So to make a good violet, I'd want to choose the color that's closer to the violet. So if I have that red violet, and if I have a blue that I can mix with, I can get to closer to that violet. So if I had a blue that was blue-green, or maybe just closer to this blue, but I had another blue that was closer to the blue-violet, The blue violet one will make a much more vivid, bright, and happy color to get to that violet. So you want to use those colors that are closer to that initial color that you're trying to mix to get to. Because you will never have the specific color that you're trying to get to. If you're in nature or if you're painting somebody's face, you're never ever going to have that specific color of skin color or you know or shadow color. You're going to need to mix it. So start getting used to it. I found those two colors that are kind of close to that violet that I'm trying to capture, and I'm going to mix them together. So I choose the brighter color between these two colors, red violet and blue violet. Which one's the brighter color? Yeah, red violet. So here I have this cooler red here. I can get that here. And then I'm going to get my next color, which is that blue violet. So here's the blue, and there's this like deeper blue color. It's kind of like a blue violet. There we go. It's this ultramarine blue. I can slowly add in that red in there, and wham bam, look at that bright and vivid purple. There it is. That's how you do it, and that's why it works. And that works with all the colors that you're trying to mix. So if you're trying to get blue green and you only have green and blue, you mix those together, there's your vivid blue green. If you're trying to find a vivid yellow green and you only have yellow and green, mix those together, you get yellow green. This whole practice though is about trying to see what happens when you mix things from opposite parts of the color wheel and how those react to each other. What weird browns or grays or blacks you might make with those. It's very interesting, and that's what this whole thing is about. So I have that purple. I can wash my brush a little bit, and I'm going to see what happens when I mix in some yellow maybe. Tap that in, mix it in. There's a little flower, adding those colors to each other. Look at that. Now it's like a weird sandy yellow. Can add that into my color wheel. Pretty cool. All right. Does that help anybody? Anybody have questions? All right. I think that should answer any questions. And be sure that you're doing the color wheel in order. I think we learned. I feel like I caught most people. But if they ever go out of order, we could always cut it out and kind of puzzle it back together on the last day. But I think that's just going to cause confusion. Sometimes it's best just to start over. But yeah. All right. Continue. Don't forget to take some breaks, guys. Get some water, walk around, get some food. Yeah. What do we got here? All right. I can see my classes. Thank you. People are watching online, so that's great. So I just kind of wanted to show guys just real quick, guys, before we head out. You can see for the homework, if you're interested in doing it, we got keys to drawing, which you can find through the book. I believe, is it continuing on? No. All right, here we are. So here it is, keys to drawing right here. Looks like somebody just had a pencil. Keys to drawing. Yeah, that's the book, and then I have pages. Oh wait, actually no. Yeah, keys to drawing 8 through 21. So there's some really cool some really cool practices, such as drawing your shoes.
So the book is online?
Yes, for free. You can purchase this book used for dirt cheap too. If you find this, this is the book that I was taught with. So kind of some seeing and drawing practices, restating. We talked about that in class today, but more for observational drawing. This is all very observational work. So if you're wanting to draw some more realistic photos, kind of pictures, there's some really great stuff. So I would just say the first chapter, kind of, question, we'll be talking about some of this in class. So, kind of question what your imagined apple is versus a realistic apple, what it actually looks like. Or drawing eyes, you have a typical idea of what an eyeball looks like. You think of a football or something, or a line if you're happy. Complicated than that. So it's like, what do you actually see? So it's about observation skills. This first chapter. So if you're wanting to take a look, draw from some of these practices. This is a great chapter. I think essential chapter. And then if you have any questions or anything, next week we will showcase them. But showcase any drawings or paintings you have from this last week.
Can you show me how to get into the book?
How to get to the book?
Yeah, I cannot get it either.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I see I don't know which one can get on the page.
yes.
Which one of them get on the page?
Right here. Internet Archive.
The syllabus.
That's the website. Here it is. That's the whole book here.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's a whole book right there.
All right.
So it's on Internet Archive.
Somewhere we'll have links to it. At the very beginning. You can see it, yeah.
I can send it to you guys.
The ones that are online.
Okay, send us the link.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the link.
He said he's gonna send it. Thank you.
Yeah,
So we
sure.
don't have to search for it.
Yeah, that'll be
It's
good.
kind of overwhelming.
I'll do this weekly
Thank
for you guys.
That's a good book, yeah.
Homework, and yeah, it's an amazing book. And-
See ya.
It made you small as basic.
This?
No, this, too small.
Oh, together. Yeah, these are big one.
bigger one so you can paint it faster.
Bye. I'll see you next week.
Cerulean? I don't have it. I want to do the edges before I leave here. I do.
You guys can give me back the micron pen. I might go over it again with the black marker. We do a thicker black marker.
Yeah.
Set.
There you go. Oh, you got one?
No, this is for the micron.
Yeah. I'm gonna order a whole box. It's on its list, right? I just didn't know if I need them.
I got these and I got micron, colored micron too.
Oh.
I just go nuts.
Oh, no, I'm gonna go now. That's too.
I go on YouTube and I look at all the brushes and I end up buying all the fancy brushes.
I was being careful because everything on the side I had to buy double. Now, because in the watercolor, you try sharing.
Guys, if you're not cleaning up,
Walk away with my stuff.
it's a good time to start. I know time flies. Yeah? Time flies.
And I said, no, I didn't give you, I loaned them to you. I said, I've had these since I was, 20.
I won't have time to do all the round.
I just want to do one more.
Now I know. You know my color.
That's
Of
why
course,
I-
I'll see you next week.
But there's some I didn't.
I want that.
I like it, it's fun seeing what the colors can make.
Huh?
It's fun seeing what the colors can make.
Good.
And I got all those with just the yellow,
Nice.
even the turquoise, just a little bit of the yellow and the blue.
Oh, yeah, you're very,
Tiny.
I know, it's like I don't even see the yellow in it. Try adding even more, you know?
Yeah, I did enough to see the turquoise.
So I did yellow for all of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got a tint, it feels unified.
Yeah, it's all yellow.
This one.
Yeah, I used
Absolutely
just,
not.
I used just a little bit of yellow,
Just a little.
just to get the turquoise. I wanted blue,
Okay.
just a little.
There you go.
Your tape, right? Yeah, just let each other stuff all over. I know, our stuff is all over.
Sometimes you see how.
That's okay, it's easier to walk through.
On the sheet. No. And it works.
And then
Oh, yeah,
back here.
sure. Yeah.
No, it was really. Oh, no, I don't want all those colors. I'm gonna mix them. But- Okay, I'm done. I just want to finish this one color.
I missed one of the color on the wheels.
Oh, really?
So I just kind of, find the color on the paper.
Okay. I mean, I feel like if you did just half of the color wheel, you would still be mixing all the colors with all the other colors.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So it's like really,
Yeah, but still,
if you miss one or
it would look
something.
weird, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't notice it, so you'll be all right. We'll just keep it among each other, you know.
I have other things distracting.
The what?
I say I cannot, distracting.
There you go. That's what art tends to be a lot of the times. Sometimes I'm painting and I'm like, I'm just gonna make a lure, a human lure, and I'm gonna kind of capture people's kind of reel them in, you know, like something shiny, something sparkly, something that people want. So, sometimes I think of it that way.
Where's my key?
Just like, you know, the,
Condensation.
yeah.
Where did I put this?
Oh, Walmart bag. You can throw it on the desk over there, so it's easy to see.
Yeah.
So interesting, see an apple with a bit of green in it. We're proud of our green water. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, blue bag on the table behind you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, this is your hat? Okay. Oh, I love it. Yeah. How many hats do you have? Not enough. Hundreds? Not enough. Of course. Of course. I love it.
Look at this. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to look because I ordered one offline on
Yeah.
Amazon and
Oh,
it
the
was so
blue bag.
heavy. It was the same.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, but this was on the top
Uh-huh.
and I thought that thing's too heavy for me.
It's big, but
It was really heavy. It was bigger.
Oh, it's
Maybe I had-
bigger?
I think I had more.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, I sent it back.
It's
I
good to
had-
have something to work big on too. Sometimes you need that.
So this is for sketching mostly.
For
you?
Yeah, sketching, drawing, exploring other artists.
Just Pharaoh, what you need. I took it back and I got this one just for
Oh, sure.
Because
Yeah.
it's not going to be working with not that.
You're right. Yeah,
Is that okay? It was El Chico. Like that was
sure.
I'm on a budget, so.
Yeah.
But this one here is okay for sketching. It says it's heavyweight.
Okay. Let's see.
It's not really
Is it
heavyweight.
really?
No,
is it-
but I mean, it's
It's
not
okay.
mixed media, but it's for drawing. Okay.
It'll work.
So this was basically for
This
drawing.
one is a bit thicker, So you
You
can,
can
you know,
use it
add
for-
paint to it if you wanted to just test real quick.
Oh,
But
okay.
it will kind of warp and wobble. It wouldn't look good on a wall.
So this
but-
is a sketch, okay.
But this one, yeah,
I don't
you can't.
mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to have the option. You know, it's like if I ever feel like I just want to throw some paint on.
I'm gonna get the 9x12 in this one. Should I do that? Because this one's for a watercolor class I was taking.
That looks good. You could use
But I'll
that.
do the 9x12.
Let me see. Yeah.
It's cotton. I'll just get the bigger one.
Good stuff.
Okay.
This is good. No. This is good. This
It's
is
a good size?
it's a great size. Yeah.
Oh.
For this class, I like it smaller because
Did you?
yeah.
Okay, so don't, she just want me a sheet of hers. This is the same thing?
Yeah. So I'm working with a small sheet. I'll just
Okay.
be
In
cutting
half.
it out and gluing it back. So you're kind of
Okay.
better to work bigger on this
What,
one.
you gotta make a square today?
A color wheel. She's doing a great job. All right, bye. I'll see you next week then.
Okay, yeah, he's doing, he doesn't have.
Got your lunch over here? I'm not.
You know, Blake has a sale.
Yeah, it's a good, I don't like that.
Well, you're gonna eat it up.
They have a sale right
Got
now?
milk in there too.
Canva, different things,
Yeah.
60% off. Come on,
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. I just spent a bunch
I haven't
on stuff
been.
that I should have just waited for.
It's in Fullerton.
Oh, okay.
One of the girls said that she bought a lot of stuff on sale. She was shocked how little she paid. That's a scary
Dang
thought.
it. I just spent money. I should have gone.
No, it's ongoing. No, you have to go to the store. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pass by after. Right thing and you like, I keep getting lost. The ways. Can I go to you? Those are things. Maybe. I'm so.
What?
That's just
That's a
water. That's just water, right?
I was cleaning the sink out, and I sure there wasn't a paint.
You barely drank water, my dear. Yeah. Yep, drink up, drink up.
I only brought one, I should have brought.
Oil those kidneys.
I hope that's all. This cooling has lasted, that's a long time. Bring like oil pastels from Yosemite and go into the gallery. Your pastels don't work.
Yeah, they don't blend. Sadly.
At least I found out before the whole semester was over. I was trying.
It's inside the case.
Yeah.
Inside, yeah.
No, it's very kind Yeah.
Thank you, Bryce. Thank you.
Of course, I'll see you next week.
So are we gonna need this?
Yeah.
It was on your list and I thought,
Yes.
if you would wash, huh? And use it without adding water? Okay,
Yeah, I had one student use it
so,
and it looks amazing.
so don't send these back, hold on to them. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Just curious.
Yeah, especially the small one. If you were to bring just one of them to class, I would just bring the small one.
Oh, the teeny one?
Yeah. I mean, how much was all of those? Like,
$5.99 on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's on your list.
yeah. So,
Oh, okay. Someone invites you in stuff.
yeah. So just this is like the main one to bring to class. The rest of them, probably wouldn't worry
It's
about
on
it.
this list, but, okay.
I use those for the pastel.
Oh.
Remember you laughed at my big one?
Pastel? You mean acrylic?
No, pastel.
Oil pastel. It's like crayons, but they have.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. I'm still getting the little palette box, so it's coming today.
I'll get there early again, just get our spots for us,
Okay, great.
and then I'll get yelled at.